to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be my 10 before the end. So I've seen a lot of people doing this video and I thought I would hop on the trend as well. I am not very good at sticking to TBRs. If you watch my channel, you will have noticed, if you've been watching for a while, that I don't do TBR videos. I started doing them at the beginning of the year and I think I made it to through January to March, and then April I went off the wagon and completely went off the TBR. So I haven't been doing them, so I like having options when it comes to what I read. So I do think that I am going to be bringing back TBRs in 2026, but I'm going to be doing reading prompts and maybe selecting like one or two things that will fit that prompt, and so there I've got choice in terms of what I read, and maybe I'll stick to it. Maybe, we'll see. But I decided to do this video, so basically the premise is these are 10 books that I want to read before the end of the year. I don't know if I'm going to read all of these, probably won't, if I'm being honest. I will be reading mainly Christmas books in December, although there will be other things throughout the month as well, but I will be focusing quite a lot on Christmas books. So I have where I've kind of pulled these books from. So I've got a couple that are Christmas books, a couple that are new releases that I want to get to, some are from my Kindle Unlimited that I've currently got checked out that I want to hopefully finish, and I've got a few that are from the Goodreads Choice Awards, and I've also got a couple that were from my 25 books to read in 2025, which I did at the beginning of the year. And I will be honest, I have done terribly with that. I did strike one book off that list. So in total I have like 24 that I want to read, and I have read 7 out of the 24, which isn't really that good. It's not even half. So I haven't done too well at that, but I've added some on here that I mentioned in that video that I hope that I can maybe get through. But let's dive into the books. So I'll talk about the ones that are on Kindle Unlimited first, because I obviously don't have copies to show. But the first one that I want to read is Set the Record Straight by Hannah Bonham Young. This is a sapphic Christmas novella. So I feel like this one is doable because it's got Christmas, which obviously I want to read Christmas books. It's a novella, so it's short, so I should get through it. And it's also a sapphic romance, which I love. So I am very much looking forward to reading this. I've had it checked out of Kindle Unlimited for a really long time, and I really, really, really need to get to it, because what am I playing at not having this read? I love Hannah Bonham Young's writing. I've read quite a few of her books. I haven't read her new releases for this year because I'm terrible like that, but I am looking forward to this one and I hope that I enjoy it. The other one that I have on this list, I obviously have quite a lot of books checked out of Kindle Unlimited. I have my 20 maxed out. But the other one that I want to read is When the Tides Held the Moon by Vanessa Vida Kelly. This one I have actually started, so you know, there's a chance that I will finish this, but I have been reading this one for a while. Not actively reading it, but I started it, was reading it, and then other things came up that I had to like prioritize, so it kind of got pushed to the back. But I do want to get back into it. This one is a fantasy romance type thing. It actually has a merman in it, so it's interesting. I definitely want to read more of it. I'm not sure how far I'm into it, maybe like 30-ish%, but I've still got plenty to read and hopefully I can get that done by the end of the year. Now let's move on to my stack of physical books. So as I say, this is a mishmash of different things. So the first one is The Gingerbread Bakery by Laurie Gilmore. Now I don't feel too bad that I've not read this one because it only came out fairly recently. But I do want to read this. Obviously it is a Christmas romance and I am excited to dive into this one. This is the Works Special Sprayed Edge edition, and I do really enjoy this series and I hope that I will enjoy this one. I actually have the audiobook on hold from my library, so I'm hoping that that will come in before the end of the year so I can read it, because that's the way I've read the rest of the series, so I'd like to continue to read them via audiobooks. I have so much fun with them, but I just can't wait to dive into it. And look at this gorgeous Christmas cover. This series, the covers for this series are absolutely stunning and I need to read it. It's a small town romance series. I'm not sure what the tropes are for this one, but let's have a quick look. Doesn't really give you much on here, so not sure what the tropes are for this one, but definitely excited to check it out. Then we have Wild Side by Elsie Silver. I am so behind on Elsie Silver's releases. I have this one to read and Wildcard to read in this series, which is the Rose Hill series. I am behind on the Chestnut Springs series. I am behind on her other series. What was that one called? Fool's Gold? No. Fool's Ranch? Something like that? I don't know. I can't remember. I'll put it on screen. I've read the first book in that series, but I'm very much behind on her series, but I do really like her books, so I just need to pick them up and get on and read them. This one is a cowboy romance, a small town, and I cannot wait to dive into this one. This series has single dads, which is one of my favourite tropes, so why have I not read this? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Sometimes when I get new books, I just put off reading them because I don't know why, but that's what I do. So this one we have to read. Then we have King of Envy by Ana Huang. This one I cannot wait for. I've heard nothing but good things. This follows Vuk and Ayana. And I am definitely excited to check this one out. We were introduced to Vuk in the previous book. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this romance. I absolutely love this series. I love Ana Huang's writing, so why have I not read this? I don't know. I think it's because I'm nervous that, because I love all of the other books in the series, I'm nervous that I won't enjoy this one, and these ones are quite long as well, so that's another reason. But yeah, cannot wait to dive into this one. I also have The Defender to read by Ana Huang, but I probably won't get that one done as well, but this one was out first, so that's why this one's on the list. And I haven't actually got a copy of The Defender yet, so that one takes priority because I do own a physical copy. Then we have You, Me and Forever by Laura Pavlov. This is book one in her Blushing Alaska series that she is currently writing with Montlake. So this is available on Kindle Unlimited with the read and listen function. So I will probably listen to the audiobook. And the reason I put this one on the list is I think this might have been on my 2025 list, I can't remember, but book 2 has recently come out and I have a copy of book 2, but I have not read book 1 yet, so I obviously need to get on and read book 1 before I can read book 2. And I love Laura Pavlov's writing. She writes small town romances and I cannot wait to dive into this one. Then we have another one. This was definitely on my 2025 list, and that is Crossroads by Devney Perry. This again is a small town romance series that she is currently writing with Montlake. There are 2 books out in this series, and this one, what's the name of the series? Haven Ranch, I think it's called. Does it tell me in here? Oops. No, it doesn't tell me, but I'm pretty sure it's Haven Ranch or something like that. I'll put it on screen. I am excited to dive into this one. It says on the back, first love gets a second chance. I assume it's a second chance romance. I have actually supposedly read the first chapter. I don't remember reading the first chapter, but I've got a bookmark in here, so I must have done. I'll have to reread the first chapter before I dive into this one. This one, again, is also available on Kindle Unlimited with the read and listen function, and I need to read this. I love Devney Perry's books, but again, she's got quite an extensive backlist, and I'm not up to date with her books at all. Then we have Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. I think this was on one of my TBR videos, on my April TBR, which I never obviously completed, so I do want to read this. I have been loving sports romances this year, so I definitely want to check this one out. This one is a hockey romance, and Stephanie Archer's books, I've heard really good things, particularly about her newest release, which was called Gloves Off, I think. I've heard good things about that, but this is the first book in her, I think it's Vancouver Storm series. Definitely want to check it out, and hopefully I will enjoy it and find a new author to read. Then we have Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields. I definitely want to pick up this one, more so now because this is a cozy fantasy, I'm pretty sure. And I've recently read a few cozy fantasy books, which if you've watched my previous videos, you'll have seen. And I was looking at specifically The Spell Shop because I really enjoyed that. So on Goodreads, you can see like what other people have it, like if you like this book, you will maybe like this one. This is what other people are reading that is similar, and this was on that list, so I definitely want to check this out. I feel like I'm really in the mood for cozy fantasy, so hopefully I will get this one read. It feels like it would be a good time of year to read a cozy fantasy, but it is quite long, so we'll see. And then the last one I have is Holly by Adeline Grace. This is I think it's marketed as a novella, but this is not novella length. It's quite long. I would say this is almost like full novel length. And this is a Christmas story set in the Belladonna world, and it just gives me an excuse to show this beautiful edition because I absolutely love this edition. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's got green font as well, and the font's really nice and big, so I feel like I could get through it really quickly if I just sit down and read it. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. This also has artwork as well inside. I desperately want to read this because look at, like, who wouldn't want to read a gorgeous edition like that? It's absolutely stunning, and I love the artwork on the cover as well. This ties obviously in with the rest of the series in terms of the cover design. It's gorgeous. I must read it, and obviously Christmas and December is the best time to read a book like this. Oh, I didn't show you the artwork at the back because that's different, but look at that. It's just so pretty. And I'm very much excited to read this. I really love the Belladonna trilogy, and I'm glad that she's continued on in the series, so I'm interested to see what I make of that. And they are the 10 books that I hope to read by the end of 2025. I feel like I'm not going to get all of these read. Like, will I read 10 books between now and the end of 2025? Absolutely. Will it be these 10 books that I've mentioned here? Probably not. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm terrible at sticking to TBRs. I hope maybe to do like 5. Is that too optimistic? If I've only done 7 out of 24 for the whole year, is 5 out of 10 like too optimistic for the end of the year? But we'll see. Hopefully I get these done. Obviously you'll see them if I do in upcoming videos. If not, I guess we'll add them to next year's list for ones we want to read next year. But let me know what you want to read before the end of the year, and I will see you in my next video.